What's going on, y'all? Happy Friday. It's time for No Noise. I'm Z Rex. It is 2/23 of 24. Coming up on the end of February. Last February, or I'm sorry, the last February. Uh-oh. It's the last Friday of the month. Woo! All right, anyway, it's just about to be 11 in the a.m. Hope y'all have had an awesome week and all that good stuff. Let's jump right into it. I've got to do kind of a turbo one today. Got an appointment with my son at the dock that we got to make here soon. So, without further ado, let's get it going. Mama Bear, what are you doing here? Let's see. Mama Bear is, let's zoom in a little bit. Getting a little, just kind of nothing from, I mean, it's kind of the same as Wednesday's video. We did get Wednesday to close up nice, but look what happened Thursday. We got a body below all this, and now we're getting a little pushed back. We're barely holding on to like 50K. We're going to zero. So that's it. Good day. Have a good weekend. Ah, yeah, right. Zero. What the hell? Oh, sorry. Yeah, 0 to the whatever. That's not going to work. We do have this magenta candle here, and we are attempting to get below it today. So far, getting defended. And if you can see this 458, which if you don't have custom time frames, you can do like an 8-hour. It's pretty much the same. We do have bearish momentum on that since about actually Wednesday-ish. We did get a little bit of bearish momentum off of that, and just holding on to mid 50,000, like 50,500, not 55,000, but 50,500. But below that, we probably will go test 48. But you already know what's up. As long as we're above 48, it's all good in the hood. Just getting a little bit of pressure, which is to be expected up here. I mean, we've rallied. I mean, if you look at the weekly, we've rallied really hard and pretty much just straight and up without, maybe about a month right here in December around the holidays before continuation. So, it's been straight up since pretty much October for the most part. Taking a little break at a very pivotal point is all good. Only would start to get concerned, if we start to get below, well, sorry, I'm clicking back and forth here. If we start to get below 48,000, then we can probably go to like 42, 44 and test this cluster. And then B would be getting any kind of test or punctures of the 21 EMA. So, and you can look at the January performance chart. I actually do a lot of analysis on that. It's on my ideas page. We're not going to go over that right now, but yeah, so as long as we stay above 48, it's all good. Really need to clear 56. Above 56 for like 2-3 weeks probably hits new highs within, like a month or so. We're not there yet. We got a lot of work to do, both sides, Bears or the Bulls. Definitely more so probably on the Bears side. Like I said, just to follow up on that point, below 48 or below the EMA, which actually does reside all the way down at 41,000. So we've got a lot of play, 20%. And, as this time goes by, this will ratchet up. So let's just say 10 to 20% over the next couple of weeks, few weeks, something like that is probably like the potential drawdown. Now, if we start selling off here and build back over here, this will kind of flatten out, which wouldn't be super sexy. But again, as long as we're staying above kind of this cluster and ultimately above 48,000, it'll look pretty damn good. Let's look at the monthly. Monthly is going to close very nice as long as it's above about 48K too, which will be next Thursday, I believe. So yeah, I guess like the worst part for bulls is that we do have the magenta candle right here, and we are starting to look a little bit heavy. You can see very ever so slightly lower high, lower high, lower high, and we're not making lower lows yet. Bears are trying to do it today. So if the bulls can defend this again today and get this bitch back up above like 51.5, that would be pretty damn sexy. Moving on. The futures kind of just chilling. Nothing really too crazy there. Let's jump over to total market cap real quick. Yeah, nothing too crazy there. Let's go to GBDC. Yeah, we're just kind of struggling. Same type of pattern there. Nothing too wild. Again, let's look at the 3 hour. You can kind of see the little lower lows, lower highs on these shorter time frames. But we're not breaking major structure yet, so it's not significant at this moment. ETH could do a little shooting star type doji here if it does close like this on Sunday. Let's go to futures. Yeah, futures don't really look like that. Wow, look at that hit exactly to the horizontal. The voodoo works, man. Sometimes. Yeah, as long as it's kind of. I mean, oh wait, hold on. Technically, we did get this above the trend line from the lows back over here in December of 2022. Yes, all the way back then. But we are getting above the that speed line. So an open and close above here and getting one more would actually look pretty damn sexy. Interesting to see how this candle closes. We still got a couple of days, so I'm not going to chew on that too much. We can talk about that on Monday because on the futures, we do not have that. And we also have that mega resistance level that we just hit and immediately backed off on. If we zoom in a little bit, yeah, you can see two attempts to get to that horizontal, swiftly rejected by, the tune of $50+. So that is confirming that area right there for us. Moving on to Charlie. Charlie still ain't doing shit. Sideways as hell in the middle of range. Nothing different there. 64, 74-ish. Who cares? It's all about Mama Bear right now. Ethereum Classic kind of selling off a little bit. Still does look very good, though, above the 200. This horizontal, the trend line, around $24. And again, this is going to be kind of the same. Excuse me. Let me take a sip here. This is going to be kind of the same video as Wednesday. It's just a little bit heavier, actually, because we've gotten a little bit more pressure over, the last couple of days. But overall, as long as Mama Bear is staying above 48K, we shouldn't get too big of retracements on altcoins and shitcoin land. But if we do start breaching that 48,000 level, we could probably see some significant selling in some of these altcoins, maybe 15, 20 something percent, something like that. XRP sucking ass over here. Does have some good support. You already know at 48. Intermediate term, though, on the shorter term charts, we do have a little bit of support, probably right here at about this 52-cent handle. So lackluster performance by Garlic Bread. I don't know. He ain't cooking right now. Yeah, same shit on this as the video's been for freaking almost half a year now, since August. Literally, holy crap, range all to hell. It's like in the ranges between the larger ranges. A lot of blue boxes on there. Hey, but whatever, between 10.5 and about 12.5 until it's out of that comfortably. Tron has already hit its 14 target. It's kind of been hovering up there the last few days. Would I buy up here? Absolutely not. And that's the theme I'm going to wrap up here with here in a second is that, but we'll touch on that here in a bit when I'm done running through all these coins. Let's see. This still looks fine above 670, 680-ish. Not too crazy. Let's see on the daily. Yeah, just a little retrace. And again, these are just retracing with Mama Bear. If Mama Bear loses 48, then we can talk about and probably likely see some breaches. But until that happens, it's all good. ADA coming back to just test the 21. So not too crazy. Would have liked to see this make a higher high. So that might be a little bit of concern. And that is kind of the MO or the status of a lot of these charts. They just rallied right up to mega resistance from December and are chilling. Of course, not all of them are like that, like Tron and Link and stuff like that. Speaking of Link is up here. Ooh, look at this. Doji and getting selling off. If the week closes like this is actually kind of a topping type formation if it were to close below $18-ish dollars. If it does do that, I'd be looking for a test of the 21. So that's another, $2-3 down. Interesting. Yeah, we got a full open and close below the 21 too. So kind of this intermediate line in the sand is about 17 and a half. And then sub that, that's the freaking box of sidewaysness. EOS just kind of chilling. Didn't even make it to its December highs. Struggling in between there at about 80 cents. So as long as it's in the 70-cent handle, it's okay. Starting to breach, 72 cents, no bueno. We did get a higher high on BCH, so that's interesting. This one is kind of defying most of the shitcoin market with higher highs and higher lows for a long time, since all the way back to August, roughly. As long as this is above about 250, 255, it does actually look very good still. Oddly enough, one of the better looking charts. BSV. Ew, what are you doing, BSV? Don't do it, man. Anything back below $70, man. Uh-oh. It doesn't have major support until this area, and that's all the way in the 50s. So that's a pretty good move there. XMR, like we talked about on Wednesday, this candle is really good for putting in a base, and as long as it's holding this about 115-ish area, the 100 teens, it's okay. And you could argue that this is the bears putting in the base for a rally up to, the next structure resistance points, which would be up here in the 150, upper 140s. So anything below this, though, nasty. Zcash, man, what's up? Zcash went all the way up to 28. That target has been met. Very nice, sexy time. Hopefully some of y'all got that. We talked about this for many days on the stream, so easy peasy one right there. Very nice. And again, we'll talk about the theme here in a second. Dash, not so nice. But we are going to get a chrono cross in a couple days as long as we stay above 28, so that's good. Doge still needs to get above 9 cents. I mean, get below 8, above 9, easy peasy range. TrueFi is one that actually finally did come true. Or no, sorry, STX actually did come true. Above $2 looks good. TrueFi did make a higher high, so that's cool. And it's riding up this trend line. As long as it's doing that, ain't got too many problems with it. Above 5.5 cents looks good. XRD, wow, sold off hard. But hey, this looks just like a retrace to test this. If it loses freaking 4-3 again, dude, what the hell? Don't be a bitch. But this does just look like a retrace to test the previous resistance. VeChain, man, kind of floating up here. Looks very good, above 4 cents. Can't deny that. Atom, nah, whatever. Again, kind of in that same MO I'm going to touch on here in just 1 second. Ton, what are you doing? Wednesday ended up closing nasty, taking out the EMAs. As long as it's holding $2, it's okay. But 2 and about 230 really needs to get up or below one of those for some Momo. And nasty candle on the daily for the close on Wednesday here, and an inside candle and another inside. We're squeezing in the inside of the candles. Lots of volatility expansion. As long as it's above, though, about 90 cents, it looks okay. ES saying suck it yesterday. Let's go to new highs. I mean, this bodes well for the market, for the crypto market. But, man, next stop's about 52.50. Dude, you can't keep a good market down, apparently. And this thing is beast moding. It's bullish until it ain't, y'all. I know people are freaking out why this can go up forever, but hey, people are like, why is it going up? There's more buyers than sellers. There you go. That's it. People get mad when I tell them that sometimes. It's so funny. Anyway, it looks very good, above about 5,000. NASDAQ, not as good. Really needs to get over this like 18,100 level, but it does have major resistance just a few hundred points above already. Whereas ES is a little bit, what the hell just happened? It's a little bit farther. So again, this is going to kind of come together later with the my thoughts kind of like on the general market where we're all running up to major resistance points. All right, let's see here. Where I feel like I'm missing some drawings on here. Maybe not. Okay, well, regardless, this looks very good. Still above about 38.8. As long as we're above about 38, mid 38.7 area, it does look fine and dandy. Russell trying to rally up here, getting squeezed into this triangle. Will it break out is the question. It does look like it wants to. Nice last couple days on the candle closes. I mean, this does look actually pretty good, to be fair, for the Rut Bulls. As long as we stay above about 2K, not too shabby, but really need to get over that 2060 area. The trannies rallying. Oh, look at that, bringing the crew together. See if we can get over 16,000. That would actually look really good for majors for continuation. Wow, Dax just said suck it yesterday and is full breaking out. Holy crap, I didn't see that earlier this week. 17.8-ish is the next target on that. That's full bull tard mode, if you will. VIX getting faded. Let's go to this because this was making a higher high. Oh, look, we finally have our first instance right here from earlier in the week that did not make a higher high. So that could be a little bit of a clue. Watching this closely, because if we start breaking down on here, we could just be starting to rally moon style, man. VIX, let's go to Oral. Ooh, Oral getting a little rejection. That's a little surprising. I thought it would get a little bit more push through here. Just showing you that that 78 handle is no joke on resistance. See if the 76.5 area holds up right on the trend line, right on the 21. Interesting kind of setup here. Oil's been kind of a sideways choppy punk lately. NG attempting to put in its first sign of a base here. As long as it's holding about 160, you could start to argue that it could be coming up on a long. Let's see. Gold holding 2K, bouncing very nicely off of it. Actually, this is looking pretty damn constructive, getting back over the horizontal right here. I mean, above 2030-ish actually does look really good. We got silver. Hey, what's up, Casey? We got silver barely holding up on 2250. Platinum still below 950. Whatever. Blah blah blah. Palladium still. Oh, it's almost above 1,000. Okay, so it's kind of testing today. Actually, it just barely missed it by 50 cents. So we're very very close. Above 1,000, we can start, being like, okay. And you could argue that this engulfing candle right here off this base is kind of like a little failed breakdown, and so. But I want to see it get over 1,000 first and then look for dips. If you're a palladium trader, there's not many of those, that's for sure. All right, let's see here. Let's go look at our mining ETF index. This is our homemade ETF, or no, not ETF, homemade index here for miners. Kind of like a GDX of sorts. Looks fine above 750. Really need to hold that and get some continuation. We lose 750. I would start to look for Mama Bear to break down and go test upper 40s. And we start losing comfortably like 750. I mean, and go fill this gap. Bitcoin probably will take a little shit on itself and maybe even go a little bit lower to like 44 or something like that. And scare everybody. It's going to zero, man. So kind of watching this, y'all already know we will look at this every other day, so 3 times a week. So it's all good. Let's see, what else do we got here? Let's see, Marathon. No, what is MicroStrategy at? What is that guy doing? Everyone's favorite. Amazing. What the hell? Does that say Square is up 20% almost? What the shit? Hold on, let's go to that because earnings. Look at that. Missed earnings. Missed earnings partially, and it rallied almost 20%. Well, because that's how it works. That's just how it goes down. Hilarious. Wow. Oh, yeah. Block, not Square now. Sorry. Next, they're going to change it to like Cube or some shit. It's stupid. Anyway. Hold that 750 area on our index. Top traded. Nvidia, guys. What the absolute shit. Already hit its target this today. Or, I mean, pretty much within $5-6. So already hit its target. This you can't fucking stop this thing. I mean, I don't even know. I'm running out of extensions from Fibonacci to put on here now. It's just literally will not stop. It's freaking crazy. The next literally stop is at grand. There's 1,000 up here. Yeah, I mean, what the hell, dude? Absolute insanity. It's so crazy. It's so great. When do you take profits on this? Like, do you just hold it forever? No, I wouldn't do that. But I mean, at some point you got to get out, right? I mean, holy crap, dude. Just in the last year, pretty much mostly just from December, it's up almost 500% since like Christmas time of 2022. I mean, absolute beast mode. Absolute freaking beast mode, man. Let's see if we got any kind of divergence or anything. Let's see. There's got to be some. Oh shit. Whoops. All right, hold on. Yeah, we do have a couple stabs of divergence between this February area here, but I mean it's still pretty weak to be fair. We see it a little more pronounced on the 3 hour since that same zone, but man, pretty freaking wild, dude. Major resistance here, but hey, whatever. Above 850 or sorry, 840, probably going to 1,000. It's crazy town out here. Nvidia getting it in. Hey, what's up, Casey Lewis? Let's go down your list real quick. Amatech, all-time highs, it looks like. Looks good. Very nice. Let's go to the weekly. Man, this one's kind of pumping hard. As long as it's above this like 170-ish area, it looks pretty good. And probably can target the whole number of around like 200. Let's see what a fib does here. It's not going to do much. Yeah, like just shy of 200. That's even aggressive. So like probably 180s. It's probably a good target on this. Upper 180s, lower 190s. See what you got here. Long entry 178. Stop. Look, oh, you're getting aggressive on that one. That's one of your more aggressive ones. Yeah, looking for 220. That's a pretty big run, man. 220 is over 25%. And then you're stopping out at 150. What? 6? Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that setup there because look how deep 156 is. I mean, if it loses like 166, it's probably gonna go down there. So I would ratchet my stop up here and then adjust. But that's just me. Everybody's a little different. AMP, he's amping it up. Looks good above like 390, 400. Let's see, all-time highs, it looks like. Yep. Ameriprise. Yeah, this looks real good above like 390, man. Looks very good. Maybe even to like 380s as a stop. Let's see, what do you got there? Man, you're aggressive on that one too, man. All the way down to 336. Yeah, that's too far for me. I mean, that's 20%. Because once it breaches like 380, I mean, there's no reason to hold it to all the way down through all this resistance here, or support, sorry. Because if it starts even getting there, like, not too great. So another kind of moonshot there. Not my favorite setup. I would be more akin to putting it up here about like 380s, and then maybe looking for, let's see what a fib extension would be off kind of this little candle. And then maybe looking for, like 420 to 450, something like that. That's how I would play that one. So another larger one there from you. I like this one above 380. Looks nice. All-time highs. Yep, all-time highs above 380. Looks fine. Not huge momentum on the oscillators, so maybe a little concern there. Earnings are coming up next week. So looks okay above 380 and target, 420, of course. Something like that. Maybe even 450-ish, kind of weirdly enough like that other one. Top Build Industrial Engineering. Big company. 5 days in earnings. And what do you got there? Looking for 470, stop loss at 369. Yeah, see, I can get behind that one. That's my favorite one so far. I like that one that you just posted. BRK. This one we've been looking at a little bit. Did you finally get your entry on it? You should have, I feel like, because it's pumped now. Man, that is so aggressive though. It's hard for me to buy stuff when it's like freaking so like high above the 21 weekly. And earnings right around the corner on Monday. Yeah, I'd skip on this one. I wouldn't want to hold this and over the weekend till Monday. Yeah, I would wait until that's out of the way at least because this is super vertical. There is a lot of good support around $400. But yeah, it's a little aggressive, man, on that one. What do you got? 400. Yeah, stopping about 400. Yeah, I mean, I like your metrics on it at least. But yeah, earnings Monday. I'd just wait till after that. That's the only thing I'd add to that. To say to that. How many times can I say that? Casey's General Store apparently kills it. Wow, holy shit, dude. This bitch is just up and to the right. What is this? Some store in Cali or some shit? Gas stations, convenience stores. Yeah, I've never heard of them, but we only got Buc-ee's down here. Two above like 270, 280 looks really good. Probably can target. It's already at 3 though, so like 320 and then like 3.5. It's kind of like the next line there. So, but anything back below about 270-ish, you have to be concerned on that. You're up at 280. Yeah, see, so I like that one. I didn't like some of those first ones, but I like this one and then the setup for Berkshire. But this is probably my favorite one so far. C&M, Jesus Christ, dude. What the hell? Core and main, yeah, I ain't buying up there 20-something% over the weekly EMA. I mean, it looks good above about $44, but damn. You're coming in hot with the Momo stocks, stonks, whatever. Major support at 42, of course, but interim at about 44. So if your stop is somewhere in between there, it's all right. Damn, that's crazy, man. This bitch is just running hard. Stop loss at 44. Yeah, I like that one a lot there. That's good. That's probably my favorite one so far. Yeah, I like all those metrics there. Keeping it nice and high and tight like a fade. Elf, let's go. Elf Beauty. Okay. Elf Beauty, really? Like elves are beautiful, I guess. I don't know. That's kind of a silly name. Looks pretty good above 169. All right. 169 looks nice. And dude, 200 probably. Nice round number. I'd probably be looking for maybe about 200, and then you could stop out around that 170. That's how I'd probably about trade this. What are you looking at? 165, a little over 200. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's a little maybe more aggressive than I would go to the 220. You can't even really pull fibs or anything here. Here off of this, there is a 220 at the 3618 from this, so not too bad. I can get behind that one there too for Elf Beauty. Weird name, and it's like it's like ELF. Holy shit, bro! What do you like search on your? When you search on your stuff, sometimes you're like moonshot stonks screener. It's like holy crap, dude. MCore engineering something big company. They do have earnings next week, so be mindful of that on Wednesday in the morning. I mean, this one is a little too pumpy for me. I would wait for some kind of retrace. You can see it hasn't even had a retrace since like the beginning of the year, pretty much. Yeah, I mean there is good support around like 230-ish, but man, I don't think I could touch this one. It's just too aggressive. I need a little bit of consolidation or something, man. This bitch is just moonshotting. Oh, you like that? The moonshot screener comment? Yeah, I don't know, man. I can't really get behind this one that much. Because if I had to, and because you're already, look at this, down 16%. Ugh, yeah, I don't know. But that is where the major support is, around 220. What do you got here? You're all the way at 202, man. Okay, well, I mean, that is where this little cluster is right here. So that's not terrible, like the tops of this little rejection from the bulls. So that's not terrible. A little bit of a deep retrace, though, man. So I think my favorite one so far is probably the Elf and the C&M one. Oh yeah, man, you're super welcome, dude. No, thank you for coming in and tossing the tickers, tossing the moonshot tickers. Ireland, huh? Investing in Ireland. I don't see that very often. All right. Earl is Ireland's ticker there. Man, what's going on in Ireland? What the hell? Bitch is pumping. Very bullish above 61 handle. This one actually looks pretty good because you're not too far away. So this one I might be able to get behind a little bit, Mo. Let's see. 61. Let's pull some fibbies. Ooh, these are kind of deep fibs. So aggressive fib would be about 80. And then if we took the at least more least aggressive or lower aggression, I don't know, whatever, is about 70. So the 70 handle is a good target for this. So like maybe 75 to 80, something like that. What do you got? Looking for 83. Okay, so a little bit higher and 57. You're a little bit more aggressive on some of these setups than I feel like you normally are, but that's not terrible. But for me, I would just ratchet that up to 60 and then keep kind of the same target around like 80-ish bucks on that, but not too bad. Coming in with the fire stocks, man. But there's no bullish stuff anywhere. It's doom and gloom everywhere. Haven't you watched the news? Watch the news. No, no thanks. We ain't down with that on this channel. I don't even know watching no goddamn news. Shit just rots your brain, man. Shit's trash. You probably have a dad or an uncle or something that yells at the screen too much, on holidays or talking smack about that shit. Let's go look at, oh my God, there it is. We were looking at these earlier in the week, some of these exchange tokens, and look at Uniswap saying, suck my balls, Bears. Wow. Beautiful. I think that was looking like a really good one. Was it okay? Was good. And then I think it was, it was this one, KuCoin. Wow. Hopefully some of y'all caught that one there. Very, very beautiful. Obviously, Voyager's done and Kyber Network. But man, yeah, so all these hadn't popped yet. I mean, Vite actually did, to be fair. But and Crow, I think, did. No, Crow didn't. It was BNB. Which one was it? BNB had pumped, yeah. But the other exchange tokens, well, now Uniswamp. Uniswamp. That could be the name for it. There's a lot of swampy shit over there. Nice pump, though, in Uniswap. I'm just going to start calling it Uniswamp. And nice moves by BNB and Uniswamp. Are we about to get these pumping? If Bitcoin stays over 48K, man, I think the exchange tokens are a good place for show. All right, I think that's it for me today. I got to get going. I hope y'all have a beautiful weekend. And I will catch y'all on Monday morning for next week's stream. It'll be the end of the month that week, too. Let me wrap up with my thoughts, too, that I meant to say earlier. So, as you can see, we're all at these major resistance points on kind of like most stuff, even on majors resistance points. Yes, that's what it is. So like ES, whatever, y'all get it, NASDAQ. So we're all at these kind of major contention points. And I was thinking about this and talking to my buddy last night. I was like, man, I think I'm going to trim some of my crypto exposure here because we rallied pretty hard. There's some, tendies around, lying around. And I thought to myself last night, like, would I buy up here? Would I do an entry up here? And the answer to that question, I think for most of us, is a resounding no. We're already all the way up here. We're up super high. Maybe if you didn't have any exposure at all, you'd like try to buy some dips here to like 48. But would you buy way up here at 52? 51? I don't know, man. And so I'm kind of thinking I'm going to trim maybe like 20% is kind of my idea this weekend. 20, 30% and go to cash on some of the winners. Like Golem was a really good winner and a couple other ones. And kind of just do that and then wait. So I can have some firepower too to maybe rotate into stuff that hasn't pumped yet. It's kind of my idea. Not that it's getting bearish or anything, but some stuff hasn't pumped hard. Like a lot of those exchange tokens. A lot of other shit coins haven't pumped hard. And so I'm just thinking of doing a little bit of patiently or doing a slow rotation. So getting out, going to a little bit of dollars, Tether, whatever, USD, your favorite one is. And then re-entering some of those into other coins, maybe next week, depending kind of how the month closes and stuff like that. So that's kind of my idea is when you have all these everything has rallied really hard since October. I mean, it's pretty much everything. It's like all traditional markets, normie markets, the normal indexes, most stuff around late October just started pumping hard and everything's pumping together. So that's a little interesting. And also we're up here at the halving coming up. And, right now the best case scenario, in my opinion, is for this to chop through the halving. So for the next month and a half or so, 2 months, just to chop sideways. That's generally what Bitcoin has done in the past. I don't want to see it rally really hard, if I'm being real honest, because I think that'll set up for a nasty sell off, kind of a sell the news event. I think the best case for super constructive bulls here is for this bitch to just ping pong between here. And also something I was thinking about, if it does just ping pong and rotate into other money, like coins that haven't pumped yet, is that, really holding on from here to major resistance is less than 10%. So the math has changed a lot from buying dips off of this and stuff like that. So now we're at this major contention point, and we likely will chop between here for a while. I think that's the most probable probable outcome at this point. So anyway, just kind of wanted to put that out there, chew on that for a little bit. Much love. I'm signing off now. This has been No Noiz. I am Z Rex. Peace.